Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Lacey Swope.
Tell you what, I had PTSD when I heard that alarm going off in that circle right there. I was like, oh my gosh.
Hold on, wait.
3 a.m. comes early every morning.
Yeah, I hear that sound about, I don't know, 6, 7 times a morning.
Snooze.
Our poor spouses that are like, are you serious?
My wife doesn't like it too much. I have to, otherwise, if you don't set a whole lot of them, if you oversleep one, you can't just leave that to chance.
But then you also hit snoozle McDoozle a couple of times.
That's exactly what we do. Guys, this morning, some folks got the early wake-up call with the thunder. We had some pretty intense lightning. Nothing severe overnight. Nice rain that has been ongoing. Such a nice rain across the state. A few thunderstorms. This afternoon, what we're watching for is the dry line out west. Isolated storms, severe weather possible. Tomorrow afternoon, a strong cap or lid is in place. But if a storm forms on your Friday, dangerous conditions within that storm. I'll tell you about that. The cold front tries to fire tomorrow night. Storms along that could be severe. They would be what we call elevated, with wind and hail more of a concern. So more to come. This morning, it's just such a nice, much needed rain. Folks in the west, the northwest, I showed you those totals. I'll show them again coming up here in just a little bit. Of course, south of I-40, the total has been pretty piddly overnight. Zooming into the heavy rain we have ongoing from Arcadia, Meridian, Luther, Wellston. Still some lightning within this. More heavy rain coming back into Deer Creek, approaching Portland. This is going to move right across North Edmond. Edmond's already picked up at least 1/4 inch of rain. May pick up another 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch out of that. Now, as far as the hail is concerned, we've had some of that pea to dime size hail. Some of these cells will kind of pulse up quickly, but nothing of the severe limits. That won't do damage, but you're going to hear it, and you can see it out on the lawn for sure. Dry up far north, but we've got some showers near Orlando, Langston, headed towards Stillwater, and back to the west, coming to an end now along Highway 81. Still some showers down in Moore and Norman. Little pocket of heavy rain there. Nothing too awful intense. Still some rain in Shawnee. So where it's raining in the 50s and low 60s, south winds. Winds are a little gusty in the northwest, gusting to 40. And this afternoon in the metro, we're dry. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s with a gusty south breeze. There's the dry line this afternoon. There's a chance a storm or two tries to form along that dry line and make it into western Oklahoma. You notice for most areas, the chances are 20% or less. However, if a storm can form, trackers will be out here bringing you updates. It could produce some wind, some hail, and there would be a low tornado threat. This afternoon, temperatures in the 70s and 80s, and plenty warm enough and unstable enough to get golf balls, winds to 70 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, a chance of rain in the northeast. For much of Oklahoma, it's quiet tonight. It's warm, it's windy. Winds gusting 35, potentially 40, with temperatures in the 60s. Now, we're watching for the next wave. We're always looking down the road. So we've got today's wave moving through, next powerful storm coming out. This is for tomorrow, and then Sunday night into Monday, another storm system, which is way out over the Pacific. Looking ahead to tomorrow, when that wave comes across, it is potent. The storm system coming through the plains has to be watched very closely. On the south end, which is where we are here in Oklahoma, that strong lid or cap will be in place, which is a warm layer in the atmosphere, and it'll try to limit storm development. However, some data, and I'm just showing you kind of one of the worst case scenarios, kind of the outlier, some data does have at least a couple of storms forming and breaking that cap. If they do, they would fire along the dry line, which will start in central Oklahoma and press off towards the northeast. And these storms would grow very tall very quickly. This particular data set lays down those rotation tracks because these storms will spin, and those storms would produce a wind, hail, and a significant tornado threat if they form, meaning some of those higher end types of days. The good thing is the cap looks to be pretty strong, but you can't let your guard down. Temperatures ahead of the dry line, 70s and 80s. Behind it, extreme fire danger. Very hot summertime air mass with low humidity. We're still, as overall, the threat is still low because the cap is so strong. Now stay tuned today because David this afternoon will be analyzing the latest, and this could be upgraded if those storm chances start to look just a little bit higher. Storms, if they form, golf ball, tennis ball, maybe even a couple baseball size hailstones, wind 65 to 75, and there would be a low to even a moderate tornado threat. I'm telling you, these storms are going to spin rapidly and have the potential to produce a tornado that could be on the ground for a significant amount of time. All depends on that cap for tomorrow, so you got to stay tuned. The good thing right now, chances of that happening are running 20 to 30% across the region, slightly higher once you get up into northern Oklahoma and into Kansas. Higher scenario and likelihood what happens is late tomorrow night after midnight, the cold front starts to rush in and storms fire along that. Those could still be severe, but they would be elevated, meaning they would be more of a wind and a hail producer with a very low tornado threat overnight. So it's a 20% chance tomorrow night, quiet Saturday, storm chances return Sunday night, again Monday night, and we're unsettled into the end of next week. Guys, back to you.